How long did it take you to learn Ableton?
It took me about 1 week, to be honest, about 3 to 5 days. After seeing my 1 week progress, I was like, holy crap, like, wow. I would 110% recommend the mentorship because honestly, I wish I would have joined sooner. I would have made myself less frustrated and be able to use the skills that I have now and be able to use that in my content, my videos that I use for my music.
Today we're here
It's
with
fine.
Shiba, a former student of ours who finished the program, and she's going to share with us her experience and her success coming from a complete beginner with zero experience with Ableton to making complete finished tracks on a weekly basis. So let's dive right in. Shiba, tell us a little bit about your musical background and experience.
Okay, so my musical background is I've never really dabbled into music producing. I was aware of how to do a little bit of garage band, but nothing with music. Like I'm a singer, so I've always been doing singing, but music producing is something that I was completely new when I went into the program. And after doing like working every week, I was noticing a lot of big changes. I can't believe how big of a difference I made after finishing the program. My first week was, I feel like, a little bit rough. But after finishing my first week, I was amazed at how quickly I progressed and was able to finish one track in one week. I didn't know that I could do that, which was completely shocking.
How long did it take you to learn Ableton?
It took me about 1 week, to be honest, about 3 to 5 days. Yeah, which was really nice. I think looking at the videos, it made me really comfortable. And going into the program, I was a little scared that it was gonna be kind of like what I was having, the frustration that I was having with the YouTube videos. I was doing a bunch of YouTube tutorials, looking at those, and I was just not getting anywhere. It was very frustrating. After seeing my 1 week progress, I was like, holy crap, like, wow, like
I
I did that.
remember, yeah, I remember you were, before you joined, you were worried that it would be too hard or you wouldn't learn Ableton, but you learned it in like 3 days, which is
Yeah.
crazy, you know? So yeah, and then you said before that you were watching a bunch of tutorials and that wasn't
Yeah.
really helping.
How long were you watching the tutorials for? Like, how long did you start diving into music production before you joined us?
I believe I talked to like Ari. Well, we didn't talk. He was like messaging, and I think it was like July of last year. And
Mhm.
I was a little scared to join even then because I was like, oh, I don't know. Um, and so then I was like, I'll just do it on my own. I can do it. And that's when I started looking at a bunch of like YouTube videos. I got my MIDI keyboard in July actually, and I think that's like what, like 5 6 months.
6
And
months, yeah.
about 6 months, and then um, Ari, got me in the program, and I was completely shocked at how much frustration I was going through when it was just that easy. Like the program made it so quick and easy, at ease with everything. So about 6 months of literally, I feel like banging my head against the wall.
Yeah, you came in as a beginner on Ableton as well, and 6 months you tried to learn the DAW, but you in the program learned it in like 3 to 5 days. That's amazing. That's very good. Mixing is always a big issue with a lot of producers. How did you go about mixing? Was it easy for you?
Mixing, I think, was that was like one of the weeks that were really tough for me. Just because like I barely knew all the like the switches, and that was like completely new to me. Especially with what I was seeing when I was watching the tutorials, that they didn't go over the mixing and whatnot. So when I saw the mixing, I think it was a little frustrating at first, but being able to have that support was pretty great, that I was able to walk myself through it and to get through the process.
Okay. And you make very different kind of music, and the videos that we share are either in hip hop or EDM or rock, right? So
Mhm.
was that difficult for you to follow, or was it smooth? The processes could be used for the kind of genre of music you make.
No, it was easy. I believe that, I mean, all music is pretty similar. Um, but no, I didn't have a hard time. It was pretty easy, straight to the point. It was just exactly like what I needed to learn, and like no back and forth.
What were like, what was your favorite moment? Any particular lesson or week that was your favorite that you learned the most from, the most life-changing?
Okay, so my favorite week was week 4, because I'm a singer, and learning all the back, like, I feel like the backbone of how to fine tune my voice was very important to me, and I didn't know how to do that. It's I always wondered like how singers would make their like music videos, and how did it like how did it sound so polished. So for me, that was the best week. It was really fun to learn how to tune my voice to make it crispy and just nice the way I wanted it to sound. It was practically a game changer for me.
Yeah, and I remember
Okay.
you started using Melodyne and learning how to do that stuff as well. What was that like?
Melodyne, at first, I was a little scared to use it because I was like, how do you like chop up things but not ruin your voice? So, because I didn't want it to sound too auto-tuney. So it was, what is the word? I was like scared to use it, but after I learned how to use it, it was very good for me because I was able to have my singing connected, which I feel like is good in a sense where it sounds way better and it sounds more professional sounding.
And you came in with no knowledge of music theory, or you do not play an instrument. And in the program, you were making chords and melodies with your MIDI keyboard. Was that challenging, or did the program help you with it?
No, it was not challenging at all. Actually, that was one of the reasons why I was hesitant on joining the program, because I didn't know any instrument, I didn't know any melody things. But after diving in, I was like, wow, like it's not that difficult. You could like anyone can do it without no like music theory knowledge. You just have to have like a sense of being able to put things together and determination and consistency. I feel like just really
Yep.
being able to hone in on your skills.
Yeah, you said consistency. So I want to ask you, if anyone was in a similar situation as you were before you joined the program, what advice would you give them, and would you recommend them to join the mentorship? And what are your biggest takeaways?
So I would 110% recommend the mentorship, because honestly, I wish I would have joined sooner. I would have made myself less frustrated and be able to use the skills that I have now and be able to use that in my content, my videos that I use for my music. And my advice for someone that's joining the membership is to stay consistent, even though your mind is like, you can't do it, because you can, as long as you believe in it. And music is also like a mindset thing. You really have to be able to sabotage yourself and to just do it. It's not going to be perfect in the beginning, but if you keep working on it, it'll sound really good. And my main takeaway is, honestly, I feel like my main takeaway is that I walked away with a lot of skill, like a lot of skill set that I can use in my day-to-day life, which is so helpful because I've always wanted to learn how to make my own music and not follow everyone else's pattern, to follow my own pattern.
So if that inspires you, if you're starting completely from scratch, or even if you have some experience and you want to level up and start making complete songs, feel free to reach out to us. You can click the link in the description. You can also reach out on social media. and we'll see if this mentoring is a good fit for you as well. So thank you, Shiba, for sharing your story with us, and thank you for watching. Until next time.